Have you ever stopped to think about those really rare athletes? The ones who don't just play their position, but completely change what that position even means.
Yeah, the game changers, the ones who make everyone else kind of reassess the rules.
Exactly. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into someone who did precisely that in football history. An incredible figure.
We are talking about José Luis Chilavert. I mean, what a name for football fans, right? A goalkeeper who wasn't just a goalkeeper.
Not even close.
No way. This guy stood between the posts, but unbelievably scored a ton of goals. He basically flipped the whole idea of a keeper on its head.
Okay, so let's really get into this. Our mission today, unpack Chilavert's career, look at those absolutely stunning goals, and maybe get some insight into the mindset behind it all.
Right. So by the end of this, you'll have a really good sense of why he's considered such an unconventional, well, legend.
A proper legend. Okay, so when you talk Chilavert, you have to start with that one goal, don't you? The one that just, wow.
Oh, the River Plate goal, yeah. 1996, Vélez Sarsfield.
That 60-meter free kick. I mean, just picture that. 60 meters. Mm-hmm. The sheer audacity to even try it.
And it wasn't just a hopeful punt, that's the thing. There was real thought behind it. Chilavert himself talked about it later.
What did he say?
He said he'd noticed the River Plate keeper, Burgos. Well, The quote is he was watching birds rather than concentrating on the game. Bit harsh, maybe, but...
Watching birds. So Chilavert saw his chance.
Exactly. He saw Burgos off his line, maybe daydreaming, and thought, right, I'm having a go. With that famous left foot of his, size 4 apparently, but packs some power.
Didn't he have to shout at the ref?
Yeah, he yelled, move, because the referee was standing right in the path of the ball. Chilavert actually said the shot could have knocked him out if he hadn't ducked just in time.
Wow. That tells you about the power, yeah. And the focus. Nothing was getting in his way.
Total focus. He even said he thought initially it was maybe going a bit too high.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then it just dipped, like viciously, dropped right under the bar. Burgos had no chance, scrambled back way too late.
And the celebration.
Oh, amazing. He sort of slid on the pitch like an airplane landing, arms out wide. Teammates mobbed him. Even some River Plate players came over to congratulate him, apparently just stunned.
Incredible moment.
And quite personal, too. He dedicated that goal to his father, who was recovering from heart treatment around that time.
Ah, that adds another layer.
Definitely. And here's a great little detail. He gave his match shirt to the referee afterwards.
To the ref he almost knocked out.
Yeah, the very same one, because it was the ref's last ever professional game. And Chilavert said he deserved it for his reflexes.
That's brilliant. It shows the boldness, the skill, but also a bit of charisma, maybe?
Absolutely. It sums him up quite well, I think.
So yeah, that goal, it really underlines that this wasn't just luck. It was technique, power, and incredible nerve, not a one-off thing.
Not at all. And that really leads us into his wider record, doesn't it? Because that goal, spectacular as it was just one of many.
Right. How many did he score in total? It's a crazy number for a keeper.
Well, the commonly cited figure, the one IFFHS uses, is 62 official goals. But if you include goals scored in the Paraguayan top league, the Primera Division, the total actually goes up to 67.
67 goals.
Yeah.
From a goalkeeper. How did he mostly score them? Penalties, free kicks.
Primarily, yeah. He was the designated penalty taker and free kick specialist for his teams, which, is just incredibly rare for a keeper.
It feels almost revolutionary. You just don't see that. Keepers stay in their box, right? That's the job description.
Pretty much. They're there to stop goal. So for one to be a genuine attacking threat from set pieces, it changes the dynamic completely.
He holds records for this, doesn't he?
He does. He's got the record for the most international goals by a goalkeeper. 8 goals for Paraguay in 74 appearances.
8 goals for his country.
Yep. Played in 2 World Cups, 98 and 2002, and 3 Copa Americas. And, get this, he was the first goalkeeper ever to score a hat-trick in a professional match.
A hat-trick? Seriously, how did that happen?
Yep.
Penalties.
Yep. 3 penalties in 1 game for Vélez Sarsfield back in '99. Still, a keeper scoring 3. It's unheard of.
Just to give you, the listener, some context here. Yeah. Scoring at all is a massive event for a keeper. Usually it's, what? A long punt that bounces weirdly?
Or maybe going up for a corner in the last minute out of desperation, hoping for a lucky header.
Right. Or sometimes a keeper might play outfield in a pinch, but that's different.
Exactly. The only other keeper who comes close in terms of consistent, deliberate goal scoring is Rogerio Ceni, the Brazilian legend. He scored 129 goals, mostly set pieces too. an incredible number.
Wow. Okay, so Ceni has more overall, but Chilavert was right up there, especially internationally, and maybe the pioneer who made it seem, well, possible.
You could definitely argue that. Chilavert wasn't a fluke. He was a designated weapon. He saw himself as part of the attack when the chance arose.
So he clearly wasn't just some kind of novelty act. This is a guy who was consistently dangerous from a position where you expect zero threat. That kind of, that boldness, it must come from a certain way of thinking, right? A specific mentality.
Oh, absolutely. And that champion's mentality wasn't just about the goals. You have to look at his actual achievements as a player, as a winner.
What did he win besides scoring records?
Quite a lot, actually. Club level, French Cup winner, Uruguayan champion, Copa Libertadores winner, that's huge in South America.
The biggest prize, yeah.
Intercontinental Cup winner, beating the European champions, Recopa Sudamericana winner, 4-time Argentinian champion with Vélez, Copa Interamericana winner. I mean, the list goes on. He was a serial winner.
Okay, so a top keeper and a goal threat and a winner.
And individually recognized, too. South American Footballer of the Year in '96, and, incredibly, named the IFFHS World's Best Goalkeeper 3 times, 95, 97, and 98.
3 times, ahead of all the other top keepers in the world who didn't score goals.
Exactly. It shows how highly regarded his actual goalkeeping was, alongside the scoring exploits. And his mentality, well, there's that famous quote of his.
Which one's that?
From the '98 World Cup in France. Someone asked him about pressure before a big game, and he just said, "Pressure? This is just a football match. When you do not know how to feed your children, that is pressure."
Wow. Okay. That really hits differently, doesn't it?
It puts everything in perspective, right?
Totally. It connects his success, his unique way of playing, and maybe his whole life philosophy. How do you think that mindset, that perspective on what real pressure is, helped him perform? Especially doing both jobs, saving goals and scoring them.
Well, I think it takes the fear away, doesn't it? If you genuinely believe that a World Cup match or taking a crucial penalty isn't real pressure compared to life struggles,
then you're free to just play, take risks.
Exactly. It liberates you. It probably allowed him to stay calm, making saves, but also gave him the incredible nerve to step up for those free kicks and penalties without being crippled by the fear of missing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It fuels the consistency, the fearlessness. He wasn't just skilled. He had this deep mental resilience built on perspective.
Precisely. It cemented his place as not just a great player, but a real maverick.
So wrapping this up, José Luis Chilavert, truly an icon. Someone who didn't just accept the definition of goalkeeper, but ripped it up and wrote his own. Stopping goals, yes, but also being this, unprecedented threat going forward.
He absolutely changed the perception of what a keeper could be. Played the game his way.
You really did.
And maybe the final thought for you, listening, is this. Chilavert fundamentally challenged the norms of his profession by stepping way outside his defined role. What does his career maybe teach us about looking beyond conventions, about the power of just thinking differently and acting boldly, whatever field we're in? Can we all be a bit more Chilavert sometimes?